Hello class, good morning and welcome to our online class. It's me, Teacher Edzon, your teacher in science session. Before we start, I would like to assure that you are ready in your comfortable place so you can focus in our topic that we are going to discuss this day. In checking our attendance, you just need to like this video so I can know that you already watch our lesson this day. So in our lesson, we have our objectives. Determine the net force acting on a point or object and state and apply Newton's law of motion. Now, let's know the person behind this law. That is Sir Isaac Newton. Sir Isaac Newton is a British physicist. Through the three laws of motion, summarize the reason why objects move, stop, or keep moving. These laws are the center of study called dynamics of motion. Dynamics, as a study, ascertains the reason why objects move the way they do and why some objects move fast while some move slowly. Now, let's proceed to the first law of motion. An object at rest or in motion tends to stay at rest or in motion unless acted on by unbalanced force. What does this mean? An object will keep doing what it was doing unless acted on by an unbalanced force. If an object was sitting still, it will remain stationary or at rest. If it was moving at a constant velocity, it will keep moving. It takes force to take the motion of an object. What is meant by unbalanced force? If the force of an object are equal and opposite, they are said to be balanced, and the object experiences no change in motion. If they are not equal and opposite, then the forces are unbalanced, and the motion of the object changes. So, like this example, a big man and a small man. Some examples from real life. A soccer ball is sitting at rest. It takes an unbalanced force of a kick to change its motion. Two teams are playing tug of war. They are both exerting equal force on the rope in opposite direction. This balanced force results in no change of motion. That is the two examples of unbalanced force and balanced force. Newton's first law is also called the law of inertia. If you say inertia, that is the tendency of an object to resist changes in its state of motion. The first law states that all objects have inertia. The more mass an object has, the more inertia it has, and the harder it is to change its motion. Let's have an example in real life. A powerful locomotive begins to pull long line of boxcars that were sitting at rest. Since the boxcars are so massive, they have a great deal of inertia, and it takes a large force to change their motion. Once they are moving, it takes a large force to stop them. Another example, in real life, on your way to school, a bug flies into your windshield. Since the bag is so small, it has a very little inertia and exerts a very small force on your car, so small that you don't even feel it. If the object in motion tends to stay in motion, why don't moving objects keep moving forever? Things don't keep moving forever because there's always an unbalanced force acting upon it. A book sliding across a table slows down and stops because of the force of friction. If you throw a ball upwards, it will eventually slow down and fall because of the force of gravity. In outer space, away from the gravity and any sources of friction, a rocket ship launched with a certain speed and direction would keep going in the same direction and at the same speed forever. So that's all for our discussion. Hope you have learned something. Our next topic is the second law of motion. Thank you!